Alive and Free 2022. Yeah, I had me a nice little workout today. Took me a good shower. I'm feeling refreshed. You know what I'm saying? So now I want to discuss with the people the topic of mental health and how mental health is affecting many of us. And in most cases, many of us refuse to talk about it, to talk about the things. We refuse to talk about the things that, we're dealing with in our mental, in our mind. And that's what I want to do today. I recently told people that I was diagnosed with PTSD, bipolar, and generalized anxiety. I know for a long time, it's like I knew some things was going on in my head, in my mind, but I used to just try to block it out like, man, you tripping. But after so long, it wouldn't just go away. The things that I was thinking, the way I was feeling, and the way I was, looking at the world, it wouldn't go away. So finally, one day I told myself, I say, man, I need to talk to somebody about this. I need to share what's going on inside my head with somebody to figure out, is this normal? Is the way I'm thinking, is the way I'm feeling, is this normal? Should I feel like this day in and day out? Should when certain things not going my way or I'm talking to certain people, should my head be tightening up? Is like, is that normal? Should I be feeling the way I'm feeling all the time or most of the time? Should I seclude myself from people, not want to be around people? Is that normal? So that's why I'm coming, because I feel like not only am I dealing with these type of situations, I feel like more people that come from where I come from may be dealing with the same type of things. And why is it that so many people are afraid to discuss mental health? Why is it that people are afraid to discuss mental health? Why is it that we're afraid to discuss the things that be going on inside our minds? Is it because we don't trust people to discuss our inner thoughts with? Is it that we feel that people might not relate to us, or in some cases may not understand us? Why is it that we are afraid to discuss mental health? I mean, we see that a lot of the situations that are unfolding in our communities and amongst our people in many different places are a result of mental health issues. I mean, because it's like me, for an example, being in an unnatural environment for so many years, that's not good on your sight. That's not good for your mental. Being caged behind bars year after year, I mean, day after day, month after month, year after year, that's not normal. Being in solitary confinement, that's not always good for your sight. Being locked in a cell to where you don't know if it's night or day, that's not good for your mind, for your mental state. I've been in situations where I was on high security, what they call super sig, where you had a shower inside your cell. You don't really leave out your cell. It ain't no wonders in the cell. It's just, you know, and I watched many people commit suicide in prison. I've heard the last breath, the crowd, people yelling, "No, man, don't do it," they hanging themselves and the laws get to them, and they can't save them. I witnessed this. But I always told myself that I would never give up on that level as far as taking my own life, you know? No matter how hard it got, no matter how I was feeling, even at times when it seemed like it wasn't gonna never get no better. And I used to write, I used to read, like read, to take my mind off of any crazy thoughts. Man, I just got out the shower, washed my hair, man, my hair dripping on me. But mental health is real, man. And I've been out since December 28, 2011. Even though I don't have no new convictions or none of that stuff, I've been doing good. But in my mind, it's a different kind of battle. It's a different type of war, you know? And at times I don't want to be around people. You know how you get tired of getting betrayed, you get tired of getting crossed, you get tired of getting put in double crosses. You get tired of this shit, man. You get tired of trusting people. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and so a lot of times I find myself to where I'd rather just be by myself, you know? I'd rather just go at different situations alone. But in many cases, that's not always the right move, you know? But is this normal? But then I ask myself, is it normal to be trapped in a cell? Or do they expect for you to be normal? Or do they even want you to be normal? If your mother died or your family members died, and then they come telling you, hey, such and such has passed away, and you in the cell, not able to go nowhere, trapped behind bars, like, how do you deal with that? How do you deal with knowing your mother or your grandmother, the ones you truly love, has taken their last breath, and you can't be there for them? How do you deal with it? Is that normal? So it's like, even though I'm alive and free, I still carry with me a different type of pain, a different type of hurt. I guess it's more so like a lot of unresolved issues. And I was told that I carry a lot of trauma within me ever since I was a kid. From many of the things that I saw, the things that I witnessed, the things that I went through, the things that I engaged in, all of that was a part of that trauma. Being traumatized in many aspects of my life. Who do you talk to when you feel like there's no one to talk to? Who do you talk to when you feel like no one really understands you? Mental health awareness. I guess just we got to become aware that we have something going on within our mental, within our mind. We got to, you know, we got to confront it center, man, and discuss some things. Especially if we know we don't want to go backwards. We don't want to be the type of person that we was. We don't want to continue to cause other people pain. We don't want to hurt nobody else. You know? See, when you've committed a serious crime, when you've taken someone's life, you carry with you something else, man. You carry it's something else, man. When you witness death so many times, when you seen people killing themselves, when you witness people getting a brain shot out, when you witness this, I mean, at an early age, man, this makes you different. And people wonder, like, man, why you look so mean? Why you look so ooh, ooh? It ain't that I try to look mean. It ain't that I try to look mean on purpose or none of that, man. It's the life made me like this. The life I chose, the journey I done traveled made me the way I am. Do I desire to be different? Yeah. That's why I'm talking about it. Because this is therapy for me. Just sitting here discussing what it is I be thinking, what it is I be feeling with you. It's like I know it's a new day and time, and that we can't just sit back and act like certain things don't exist no more. You know? Because the more we sit back and act like it don't exist, like I say, the problem become worse. It don't get better. It don't get better when we ignoring things that we know we should be facing. I mean, how can it get better? How can it get better when you know you're ignoring certain things about you that you know you should be facing as far as this reality. I know I was raised by the state, but I don't want to let that be the end of me. I don't want to let what I went through in my past life be the end of me, you know? So I know I gotta face it. I know I gotta talk about it. I know I gotta express myself. Cause I can't hold this shit in no more, man. No, I can't. Who do you talk to when it seems like there's no one to talk to? Who do you talk to when it seems like nobody cares? The only time they care is when the shit hit the fan. The only time they care is once the crime is committed. The only time they care is once, oh, nah, it's too late. Then people go to acting like they care. Oh, why this, why that, whoop de whoop de whoop. You ain't see the signs? Or what was it? You just ignored the signs? See, we be knowing people be going through certain things, but we ignore it. We ignore it like, man, that ain't shit. Whoop de whoop. Because you feel like, well, you done went through some things more tougher than what this person went through. You feel like your journey was a little bit more rougher than his or hers. So you don't feel like this person needs to be heard. Or this person right here, man, forget about him. But once it hit the fan, once something take place, once a situation revealed, oh wow, it might be too late. You might not have the time to come back and, hey man, talk to your partner to, man, don't do that, man. Just, you know, come ride with me, come walk with me. Man, sometimes all a person need is a listening ear, you know? Sometimes all a person need is somebody to just hear them out. Sometimes they need you to hear them out without always voicing your opinion, man. Sometimes a person just want to express themselves, man. You don't have to always give your opinion or how you see the person or you need to change this and this about yourself and whoop de whoop, man. Hey, sometimes a person just want to be heard, man. But do you even care enough that you willing to listen? Mental health awareness, man. See, sometimes your mind can be telling you certain shit because you done been through certain shit in your past to where you automatically seeing what you seeing in front of you like it's your past. And it might not even be that serious, you know? So you gotta be able to tell yourself or have people that can help. Hey man, it ain't that serious. Because you used to be in a situation where, hey, it's that serious. So I'm going to respond or react like it's that serious, you know? But people look at you, man, he overreacted. He done took it to the extreme, man. It wasn't, but you don't know my journey. You don't know my struggle. You don't know none of what I carried on my shoulders. Neither do I know what you carry on yours. A lot of times we're not even trying to understand what we carry on each other's shoulders. I'm not trying to understand your situation just like you ain't trying to understand mine. But should it be like that? Now, we got to start somewhere where we can begin to talk to each other, with each other, you know, about certain situations. We need brothers to be brothers again, man. We need partners to be partners again, man. Real partners, you know? To where we caring about each other's well-being. To where we really want to see each other do better in life. To where we willing to listen to each other so that we can become better at expressing ourselves, so we can become better and develop a stronger regard towards progressing in life, towards really going forward and doing something positive, you know, towards really trying to make a difference, not only in our own lives, but in the lives of other people. Because just expressing your story and sharing your story with others, you'd be surprised. It may help somebody. We can help each other, you know. Like they say, each one teach one. But if no one is willing to share their stories, if no one is willing to talk about what's really going on, then how we going to help each other? Well, we going to continue to hide and act like this ain't what's really going on and what? No, man. We got to face it. We got to deal with it, man. Front and center, man. We here. Alive and free. Trying to stay alive and free. You know, somebody say it's a job, an everyday job. But then I realized it's a lifestyle. Being alive and free is a lifestyle. Yeah. I gotta be alive.